That's Hanging Around, Josh Abbott Band on 104.5 WFMB, and he's here in the studio. Josh Abbott Band, I'm so excited to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having us. This is half of the band.
Half of the band.
Austin,
so how you guys doing?
Austin plays banjo.
Hello.
And James plays bass.
Howdy.
Hello, hello. Now, we are up on our Ustream Gailey Eye webcam in the studio, so you can find it on Facebook and Twitter. Josh, you're kind of hidden by all these, booms here.
I'll move like that.
Swing on over just a little bit, see if we can't get you back in the camera. Now, there's about a 20-second delay, so those of you who are watching it and trying to listen to the radio, you're going to be like, what the heck? So tell me a little about, you just got back from Colorado. Didn't you just leave there this week?
Yeah, we went up to Steamboat Springs to play some shows up there for this big festival.
It's called Country Fest.
I think it's called the Music Fest.
Music Fest, yeah. And that is like 3 or 4 days of just nonstop music everywhere.
Yeah. No, it's Tuesday through Friday is the main music. I got there Sunday night. Some people kind of come and go, but yeah, it's basically a whole week of country music and
drinking.
It's geared more towards the Texas red dirt music, but there's also a touch of Nashville music and Americana that come in for it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you get any skiing in?
I didn't ski actually, but I went snowmobiling, so
cool.
I thought that was just as much fun.
Hot tubbing?
Did a little hot tubbing.
That's fun up there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good time. It's not bad to spend 4 or 5 days up in Steamboat.
So for a flatlander like you, what's it like when you get up in the mountains for a few days? By lugging your cases and stuff, by the end of the week, are you like huffing and puffing?
Yeah, you notice it for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that it's like that, but you go up a hill or, go up a flight of stairs and you're just like, God, why am I so winded? I know I'm not in the best of shape, but it definitely feels like you're
in
the
cold, dry air, does it affect your voice?
It does. I think a lot. I noticed a lot of the singers that were up there for the week were losing their voice a little bit. Mm-hmm. I'm sure the partying and the staying up late at night doesn't help either. But all of it combined, by the time you leave, you're just like, I can't, there's no way I can sing. And then, I've been away from there for 2 days now, and I feel way better.
Josh Abbott Band with the Mad Posse Band at Boondocks tonight. Doors will open at 7 o'clock. Tickets still available. You can get them at the door. This is your first time back in, it's got to be 5 years since you played out at the old 36, right?
Yeah. The 36 Inn, was that what it was called? Yeah. We played that. Yeah, it had to have been 5 years ago.
5 or 6 years.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Mm-hmm. So a lot has happened in that
memory.
time. Yeah, well, I was there.
That's a great memory. What a little place that was.
Yeah.
It was a fun night. The place was packed. So we're hoping for that same kind of energy here tonight.
So a lot has happened since then. You've kind of helped Casey Musgraves on her way.
Well, I don't know. I never know how to answer that question. I don't think that we really had anything to do with it. We were fortunate enough that she sang on a couple of our albums, Harmonies, and of course she did the duet, Oh Tonight.
But nobody knew her at the time.
Well, but still, she went off and wrote all her own songs and got her own record deal and made herself, who she is now. We were just lucky to get to kind of have her on an album back in the day. So.
Get to know her early on so that when you want to do something later, she'll go, oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I always thought she would end up making it. It happened a little sooner than I thought, just simply because it's tough to make it, so quick these days out in Nashville. And there's people who, all of a sudden you hear about them and they're like, oh, new artists, and they've probably been out there 9 years working on things.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, my Facebook and Twitter are kind of blowing up here, so better silence that. So musically for you, though, I mean, you've put out a lot of great music since then. Hanging Around right now is the new song.
Yep.
And give us the 411 on that and how people can find it.
I wrote Hanging Around in Nashville with a couple guys that are, in fact, Shane McAnally and Josh Osborne, who were guys that wrote a lot of the material on Casey's album with her. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, we wrote that song Hanging Around, and, immediately I felt like everybody on all sides of the team, the band, the management, the label, everybody was like, that's the song. So, we put it out, and now we're just trying to work it up, as far as we can get it. And, it's kind of our first big national push. So, I'm not sure what to expect. We might get it high up there. We might not. But, it's our way of kind of introducing ourselves to the national scene again, and we'll see what follows it.
Well, there have been, other folks that have had success. Randy Rogers has had some success.
Yeah.
Jack Ingram has had quite a bit of success.
Yeah, Jack had some great radio success. And so did Pat Green.
Yeah, and
Eli Young Band.
It's about having your own sound and not copying anybody else these days.
Yeah, that's our main thing, man, is we just wanted to, we're making the same kind of stuff that we would have made if we were an independent band still in Texas. Just now we have somebody that's actually promoting it nationally. So it's nice. It's definitely a different change. It's a lot more serious at times. And, you have to run some things by the label every now and then out of respect to them, but we're happy to do that. And, we hope that we can continue to create that bridge, between what we do and, kind of what the more mainstream sound is. I know a lot of people are like, it's funny because we have these fans who gripe about, the bro country and things that they hear on the radio, and then they're like, why are you guys going national? I'm like, well, I mean, if you want country music to change, you should want more bands that you like going national, right? So, I think I'd love to see, more bands like us, guys that play the instruments and just play country music songs get a shot out there.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say that because of the internet, you have been national, but this is kind of more of a mainstream approach to getting your message out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess everybody's national. Everybody's worldwide these days.
So, have you been doing any Sirius XM or any of that?
Yeah, Sirius XM, they featured Hanging Around for a while. We actually debuted the song on their station for a while. So they've been great in our corner, and so has, radio, terrestrial radio, that's what you call it, right?
Yeah, so terrestrial radio.
Those are terms you learn when you sign a record deal and you start doing national radio tours.
But it's not just towers for us anymore. We've got the stream. We've had the stream for years and years and years, and streaming is an important part of getting the message out there.
Radio's going, more digital and video now. Every single time you go to a radio station, they've either got a stream going or they have you record a live version of your song and they put it up on YouTube or whatever. And so, it's interesting to watch radio kind of adapt with the times and still, kind of do what it does. Yeah,
and it's nice that the artists are willing to do that.
Yeah, well, the hand that that feeds us, we're not going to bite it. Everyone understands that. Radio is still the most powerful way to break an artist and for fans to hear, new artists.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was going to say there's lots of other, mediums out there that you can listen to music and discover artists, but I think research still shows that radio is still the key.
It's where people go to get new music.
Listen. They want to hear about the icy roads, and they want to hear, the local sports team scores, and they want to, they want to hear what artist that you want to break. Yeah. So, there's power in that.
Dude, you got to have him come and talk at one of our seminars.
Okay, I'll try.
You going to CRS?
I'm sure I'll get drugged there, yeah.
Very good. So, I had a question on the top of my head and it just blew right out my window. Show tonight at Boondocks. This is traditionally, I know what I was going to ask you, this is traditionally kind of a downtime for you because the big warm weather festivals are later in the year. So this is the time of the year you kind of
get very observant. Do your fans know how sharp you are?
I'm sorry.
Did the listeners know that? That's actually a great observation. I mean, we this time of year we do typically slow down because a lot of the big festivals and stuff that we play are kind of April through October. So November through January we take a lot of time off. To answer your question, really, we normally play about 12 to 15 shows a month, and in this winter period we usually play about 5 or 6 shows a month. So. So we decided to come up here and route it along with Chicago, and then like next week we only have 1 show, and I think the week after that we only have 2. So just kind of a chill time of the year for us. I think we're going to finish working on our record, the full record, and maybe try and get in the studio and do some more demos and just write songs and just enjoy the downtime.
Awesome. Well, we've been doing Texas music on our station for probably 10 years now, and it's been growing. It's been growing here in the area. You don't hear it very many places, but the fans who listen to us are familiar with you guys, and we've had a few festivals around here. Remember, did you ever play the Pond Party?
No, sir.
No, I know Randy Rogers played it a couple of times, which they don't do anymore. But nonetheless, you're one of the first artists that I really gravitated towards. So I'm meeting one of my Texas country heroes today. So.
Oh man, well, I don't know how to reply to that.
This is awesome.
That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. That makes me feel a little older.
You're the first one I ever met.
I don't think I've ever been called that before. So now I'm like, oh wait, if I transition to that, I'm not young anymore. I'm like. Right. know,
the new hot thing.
I'm not the new hot thing anymore. I don't think I've ever been the hot thing.
I started at an old age, so let me just tell you that.
Well, thank you.
But
It's
you're
very
the
nice.
first one I met at that show over there, so
Yes, sir.
pretty excited about that. So tonight at Boondocks with the Matt Poss Band. They're from down in Effingham. They're a pretty hot band as well, and we hope to see you out there at Boondocks tonight. Again, thanks for coming over here, man.
No, thanks for having us. We appreciate it. I know you have lots of stuff going on, so anytime we can come in here and hog up some of your airtime talking about who we are, we're all about that.
We love having you guys around, so you're welcome here anytime.
Awesome, thank you.
Coming up in just a bit, updated weather forecast, Ray Lynn and Lady A.
What's your favorite song? Want us to alert you when it plays? We can do that. Go to WFMB.com and sign up for email, text, or Twitter alerts. And listen for it on 104.5 WFMB.